Good morning, students. I wanted to give you some updates on the AP US History exam changes that are coming. The College Board did come out on Friday saying what the updates are going to be, what the changes are going to be, and they also released a rubric. And I have attached this rubric, and also I've kind of got a simplified one, and we'll talk about that here in a second. So here are the changes according to the College Board. The date is going to be May 15th. We've had May 8th in our mind forever, but now it's going to be May 15th at 1 p.m. So mark it on your calendar. That's a, I think that's a Friday. I don't even know, but it's May 15th. How will I take the test? Your test will be taken at home. You will have, 45 minutes total. And there will be a timer that can be turned on or off. So when you open the test, you'll see a little timer on the screen. You can shut that off if it's too distracting. Now, in all honesty, I think it's best to leave it because you're going to be writing furiously in that amount of time. You may use a phone, computer, or other internet device, but whatever device you use, you must also use that one to submit your response. So if you use your iPad, you have to submit your response on the iPad. You can type it though, or you can write it out and take a picture of that and submit it. So you have a couple of different options. What is on the test? So it's 1 DBQ for 50 minutes. Now, if you notice, I just said 45. Part of it is that you have to read and answer the question in 45 minutes, and then you have 5 minutes to upload the question. So after 45 minutes, you'll be timed out, and then you have 5 minutes to upload it. So that extra 5 minutes for the 50 minutes is actually not included in your writing time. 5 documents will be used, whereas before it was 7. Now they've pared it down to 5 minutes. Once you submit it, obviously you can't go back. Once you open it and then you submit it, you cannot go back and resubmit again. What content will the question be on? It's on periods 3 through 7, which is great for us because that's exactly where we got to on our content. And it's one question, analyze, or to what extent or how much has it changed over time. I'm brainstorming a list of different big broad topics that it can be on, and that's actually what we're going to be working on in the next weeks. But it's one question using at least 2 of the documents. If you use 2 of the documents, you get 1 point. If you use 4 of the documents, I think you get 2 points. And so it's just a modified rubric. I put the rubric right there. As I said, I'm going to be posting another one. Tom Ritchie, we've watched a couple of his videos. He's the guy who looks like Matt Damon. Tom Ritchie has already kind of put it in an easier format. The one that I give you when I score your DBQs and LAQs and things like that, that little tiny quarter sheet that I give you, that's Tom Ritchie's. So he's already gone forward and done that to simplify it in that kind of manner. So I'm going to be posting that on this page as well, but it'll give you a good idea of how they're looking for contextualization, they're looking for a thesis, they're looking for analysis of the documents, and then evidence beyond the documents, just like the regular rubric looks in a modified version. How will the College Board prevent cheating? You will be asked some confidential questions when you log in. It's ones that you would be the only one who knows. There will be anti-plagiarism software. Your responses are going to be sent to me before they are scored. If it's handwritten, they're going to be asking that I look for, is this the student's writing? If it's typed, they're going to say, is this the style that the student usually writes in? So don't try to cheat. Don't try to have somebody else take your test for you, because I can't in good conscience cover for you and lie for you. It would be my job. I would not be an AP teacher to say the least, and probably not be a teacher anymore. So don't put yourself in that position, or me as well. And then there's some other surefire security device, and they're all amped up about this, and they're not saying what it is. I don't really understand what it's going to be, how they're going to use it, but they're saying there's some other security measure that they're taking that will absolutely stop cheating, whatever that is. So if you're found to cheat, the College Board not only reports that to your high school, which then would bring into a whole another facet of academic integrity, but the colleges that you want your scores sent to will not now or ever in the future be sent and forwarded to them. So if you pass and you want your grades forwarded later, like a year from now when you juniors or seniors, and you were found to be cheating, it doesn't matter. They're not. It's basically null and void. So my big moral of the story here is the College Board said, don't cheat. We're going to find out. Don't even get into the temptation of doing it. And in all honesty, in 45 minutes, you can't. I've been doing like a practice myself of DBQs just to see. My hand was cramping, and it's a lot to write, and you have to think quickly. Now we're all used to that because I've been doing some timed tests, but the pressure's on. So don't give in to the temptation to cheat. Do your best. There's some remote instruction and practice. Trevor Packer is like the face of AP. He gave a presentation. There's some AP exam security measures of what they were doing. And then College Board's reviews on YouTube. They've got some really good ones for APUSH, and I recommend that you tune in and log in because they are quite helpful. The last thing that I wanted to say is that even before the May 15th date, you're going to be sending in the College Board a little like test run, if you will, just to make sure your device can support the question and how it's going to be submitted. So you won't be submitting online the first time on test date. You're going to give them a little feedback or response before then. Scores and work will be completed and sent back to you and me by May 26th. That's a really short turnaround time. That's like 11 days that they have to score all of this. That's impressive, and the beauty is, and we don't have to wait. Usually it's around July 4th when I get the scores, and I'm waiting nervously, and you're waiting nervously, and this will be a lot better. The last thing, that College Board has gone to the colleges and universities and basically said, don't worry, we're going to still give credit. Are you going to accept it? And the college and universities are willing to accept it, but they also want to know that those last couple of periods that we're not getting to, 8 and 9, are extremely important in U.S. history, and they want to know that you still know those. So I am going to be going on. I want to get through the civil rights movement at the very least in period 8, and really kind of want to touch on a few things on period 9. So those are still important things that I am going to be kind of weaving in with our review time between now and May 15th. In all honesty, we're only about a month out, so it's going to be a lot of review from now on, but it will be a little bit of new content just to make you aware of some of the most important things. So send me an email if you have any questions. I could maybe open up a discussion board, but these are the new changes for AP exam. I'll see you later, May 15th, 1 p.m. Bye.